All right, guess what? I'm about to do something that some of y'all probably think I can't do. We about to make collard greens in under 15 minutes. And I have it already washed and everything, and I want to show you how I do it. And I have Deborah and Catherine. Deborah are going to keep me honest with my time. I'm going to switch audio so that you can see me in the kitchen. And this is interactive. So if I am doing something, you want to ask a quick question, please do. But I'll be sharing some things with you as we go throughout. Sound good?
Yes.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. Let me switch. All right. I think you all can see me just fine in the kitchen. Is that correct?
We can't see your face. Can you bring your camera down just a second? Just a little?
I'm gonna back up so you can see. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick.
Okay.
And you'll be able to see me, but thanks for shouting that out, whoever that was. Much appreciated. I got a little table set up in here, and I just want to show you how easy it is to use what you have. You don't have to have a big kitchen like you see on TV and stuff like that. You literally, this is an apartment-sized kitchen, and it works. All right, so I got my collards here. First thing I want to talk to you about, y'all start my timer. I'm going to turn on the stove, and I already made some earlier, but I just want to show you. I think I can show you from here. The amount of, oh, this is going to be tricky, y'all. We might spill some, but there's only like 1/4 cup. You can barely see. I don't think I can do it. You can barely see how much vegetable broth is in the saucepan. So the trick to making collards quickly is creating a steam effect. So what I've done is I made some earlier, but I left this to show you what it looks like. I'm going to use my wok for this next one. So all we're going to do is put this wok on the stove. I have an electric stove. I'm going to put it at about 3.75 or 4 is going to be what I cook it at, heat it up. And then I'm going to cut up some collards. So I have some cut, but I'm actually going to show you how I do it. And while it's cooking, I'll talk you through some of the anatomy, if you will, of the collard green. And that'll be your food as medicine part. All right, so most of us, we roll, we clean, all that jazz. It only takes me less than 5 minutes to clean collard greens. I've been hearing that it takes people hours to cook collard greens. So I don't know why that is, but I can knock it out in no time. So the smaller you cut it, the better. So literally, I just cut the collards. As I'm cutting the collards, I have a bowl here. I drop it in the bowl and I separate it. So I try to keep them roughly the same size, but I'm not too perfect here. So sometimes they're different sizes. The other thing I do that I found some people don't really like is I keep the stems. I actually cook these as well. You can also eat them raw. They're really good. A little bitter, but not too bad. So all I do is I separate my collards in my bowl. And depending on how many people I'm cooking for, I'll cut more. So I'm going to cut some more. So there's no fancy way. I literally just fold it so that you can see it. I'll do it this way and I just roll it. That's it. Nothing fancy. I think most people cook theirs or cut theirs this way.
Do you clean it different if it's organic or not?
Oh, thank you. Good question. I totally forgot to say that. So these are all, okay. These are collards from Bread and Butter Farm. Shout out to Farmer Musa and Farmer McCall right here in Sparta, Georgia. How I clean these is very simple. I have baking soda that I just keep in this little container. There's a little spoon, little plastic little cup in here. I put cold water in the sink, put the baking soda in, and then I literally just dunk it like a baptism. You see they get stacked up over here. And then I cut them. These are going to be, I bought this much to freeze them actually, but yeah, I just clean them off and rinse them, and there they are. I also have a very mild, I don't even know what's by, like dish soap that is safe enough to also use for cleaning vegetables. So sometimes if I have a fresh sink of water, I'll just go ahead and dunk them and keep it moving. That's a great question. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. What other questions do you have that you think I can help answer while I'm doing this? Anybody surprised to know that what we eat and how often we move is contributing to this sickness called heart disease, like high blood pressure and its cousins, diabetes?
Nope.
No. So
You
what's
interested?
in there? So
That's-
Ethel, you said you use a little vegetable broth. That's it.
That's it. You have the option to use water. All you have to do is build your flavor. And that's easy too. You do it after you're done. You build your flavor after you're done, because you don't want to cook down your herbs and spices until it's bland and you don't have any taste. So I just use a little vegetable broth, and I might be able to show you better in the wok than the saucepan. But I use a little bit of vegetable broth. I put the lid on, create that steam effect, and they literally just cook down. That's it. Now it's a steam effect. So if you are the boil kind of person and you want like really dark collard greens, this method you might not necessarily agree with, but I like to maintain the color of my collard greens to optimize the nutrient density. And the least amount of water I use, the less the nutrients will drift off into the water. If you're a boil kind of person, that's okay. I just encourage you not to throw the water down the drain. So I'm only gonna put a little bit in. I think you can see me here. Yep, just a little. It's barely any in this wok. I think I can show you better in the wok. I cannot, but I don't want to pick the camera up. So all I'm doing is putting this in here. That's all I'm doing. Are you timing me? I forgot to reset the timer. I didn't know the other one.
Yeah, you're good. You're 5 minutes in.
Oh, look at that. Come on, Jesus. All right, 5 minutes in. I got it in the pot. Literally, the lid goes on. And that's all I'm doing. Now, because I'm meal prepping, this is the time when I already did this. I cut up some green onions. I forgot to get bell peppers from the market, sorry. But that just gives it color. So this is when I will be cutting my bell peppers and de-seeding them just a little and chopping them up, whether I wanted them diced or julienne, which are the straight carrot stick-like things, just to add some effect when it's done. So I like the crunch. So what I would do once the collards are done, I'll show you a done version while this is cooking down. This is what it looks like when it's done. I forgot to stir it, so it's a little dark on top because it steamed more than I wanted it to. But this is what it looks like when it's done. And all I would do is take those colorful bell peppers and toss it on top just to give it some nice color, and we're done. If you chose water to make your collards, if you didn't have vegetable broth, that's okay. When it's done steaming, you use whatever seasoning you want. Garlic powder, paprika, lemon pepper, curry powders, Cajun, whatever it is you want, like fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, fresh basil, whatever you want to use to add flavor to your collards. You literally go ahead and put that in once it's just about done steaming. Stir it up, and you can put the lid back on just for a minute or two. And I promise you, it will taste so good. You also have the option to let it stay a little longer if you want, just to make sure it's kind of marinated, if you will, but that steam effect is great. The other option is just season it when it's done. Sometimes I do that because every day I want to taste a different collard. I want a curry collard green, so I'm going to season it with curry, and it tastes amazing. And here's the other thing. You can eat it, and this may be, no, you've never tried it, but collard greens have very good natural flavor. You don't even need to add anything. Notice I never said salt. You don't need it. It's natural. It has natural sodium in it, and it tastes amazing. So you have so many options of what you can do for collards. And I could have used the tall pot, same thing, a little bit of vegetable broth or water, and then the collard greens will cook under this steam effect. So I encourage you to turn the heat up so it can cook. All right, what other questions do you have for me?
So you telling me you cook those collard greens for 15 minutes and they're ready to eat.
Ready to eat. Ready to eat. And these are cooking. Deborah's timing me now.
I will say that that is one of the cultural norms that we cook all of the nutrients out of the collard greens. And that's why they don't do us any good. We cook all the nutrients out. So I applaud you.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
Mhm.
You know.
And
That's
the
what I'm
fiber.
gonna say.
Yep. So and the fiber. So check this out. Y'all see this big collard green leaf? What do you notice about it? Phenotype. What can you describe this leaf? What do y'all see? What do you see?
The color is really bright green.
Okay. I heard somebody else talk. What else do you see?
It looks like a tree.
It looks like a tree. Tell me more.
A vine.
Thank you. The vines on the
Mhm.
tree. So think about, look how, I'm gonna tell y'all how good God is. He gave us everything that we need. And all I did was just turn it over so it can cook evenly because it's almost done. He gave us everything we need. So we have this thing called a spine here of the leaf. Think about your spine. What comes off of our spine? Our what? Our nerves. Look at this. Most of the whole plant foods we eat looks like a body part. Chickpeas, the brain, beets, the heart, and so much more. This leafy greens are like a natural sedative. Now, you're not gonna get high or pass out, nothing like that, but it brings calmness. It's good if you have respiratory conditions, and of course, the fiber, right? Which is why I also don't cook it down too much. So I want the fiber to work for me. This fiber has what we call a lot of beneficial bacteria, beneficial microbes. They help create what we call these things called short chain fatty acids that do wonders in our gut. And we want the fiber in our food. This is why I'm not a fan of juicing. You can blend it because it keeps the fiber, but I'm not a fan of juicing because it strips the fiber. And if you have something like diabetes or another condition, it's just too hard on your kidneys because all the sugar and stuff is now concentrated in the water or whatever you blend it, juice it in the water instead of in the actual mixing option where you have the fiber that helps slow down your body digesting that sugar. So leaves, look at this. Sometimes before I go to bed, I have a handful of these leaves. Or maybe just one of these. This is a big one. But a generous handful of leafy greens is what I'll have before going to bed, just to level my gut. But also if I'm feeling anxious or stressed while working on something, I'll just start eating one of these and drink some water, take some deep breaths, and literally get back into it. And it works every time. Anybody surprised to hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Anybody ever eat raw collard greens?
No.
No.
I promise you, they really taste good. Now, these are organic. I wouldn't recommend it if they're not organic, but they taste really good. And this is where you can explore the natural flavor. How am I doing? We're done. How am I doing?
11 minutes, 42 seconds.
Yeah, they're done. So I just used the vegetable broth. I almost forgot I was cooking. We're done. I'm going to show you. What it looks like and how much I got from what I cut. So, why am I showing you this quick hack? Because when we're tired during the week, and maybe we have our rice made already or whatever other option we're eating, the beans, and we're out of vegetables because we ate them all, this is a quick way to get some vegetables on your plate. Or if you have nothing ready and you're tired, you can take these collard greens, and while these are cooking, throw some rice, brown rice specifically, in the rice cooker and just eat the both of these together. That's another option too. I want to show y'all this pan, right? So I steamed off all the vegetable broth and managed not to drop it in the purple. These are the collard greens.
Wow. Lovely.
So really 10 minutes, but I wanted to give myself extra time in case I did something weird in the kitchen. So there you have it. That's making collard greens in under 15 minutes. And that's how easy it is to eat more plants. That is the case for cabbage. Same thing. It'll cook just as fast. With cabbage, if you the trick with cabbage is you definitely want to make sure you have the smaller or thinner cuts so that it can, sweat a little bit. Same idea. You want that steam effect. You can use water or vegetable broth and it'll cook rather quickly.
Are they crunchy when you bite into them?
Oh, I'm still showing the other one. I don't think so, but my mom would say you probably asking the wrong person. Let's see. Here's the one. Here's let's see. I don't know. I don't think they are, but I think it just depends on your preference. I would say a little. And I think that's what we're going for, a little bit. A little bit of crunch, but not unbearable.
What type of vegetable broth oil do you use?
Oh, thank you. Sorry, no oil. This is one from Whole Foods.
Okay.
It's the organic vegetable broth. It has no oil in it. Oh, sorry, they did just start adding a little safflower oil in it, but there's not a lot. You can make your own vegetable broth by just taking your food scraps, organic preferred, from different things that you would normally throw away or compost, and just boil it down. Or buy fresh vegetables to boil it down. If you say, I want my collard greens, I want them boiled, then, I would take them, boil it down, and just use the green water. Don't throw it out. Don't throw it out. So if you really like them boiled down, that's fine. Drink the water. Drink the green juice.